Woo. This video is about purpose, why we humans seek for purpose. It's just a normal human trait. And at some point in your life, you might seek for that purpose with a very strong intensity. I've noticed that very often the reason why we seek purpose is not finding out our purpose in general, but it is because we feel restriction. We feel limitation, and we feel that we are not in charge of our lives. Sometimes the idea of finding your purpose has to do with the wish that if you have purpose, then there might be something like divine intervention. In a sense, God or Source interfering with your life for you to actually fulfill that purpose. On the other hand, some people seek for a purpose when they feel that there is some kind of mission, or that needs to be there needs to be a higher purpose. And that has to do with the way you grow up. It has to do with your culture, maybe the religion you belong to. In some circles, there is very heavily the emphasis on having a divine purpose assigned to you by God. Whatever the actual reason is why you seek purpose, very often, from my experience working with clients, it has to do with coming to terms with your restrictions, with your limitations. So it's not the purpose in itself that makes you seek for the purpose. It is actually the limitation that you feel, some sort of obstacle, hindrance in your life that makes you think that you are actually not fulfilling your purpose. There are a lot of ways to figure out your purpose, and at this point I have to say that there is something that I call natural purpose in every person's life. That has nothing to do with a higher some sort of mission that is assigned to you by God. It's just the natural way of life. Every human has a set of energy that is fulfilling itself through that particular human being. There is something that I call a blueprint within each cell of your body. It is related to the energetic setup that you carry within. It's like a code of the seed that you carry, the seed of your life. And that is a natural thing that happens. Everybody has that. We don't need a celestial purpose, a divine soul mission, or whatever you might call it. You have a set of energy that you carry within yourself, that it itself is the purpose. That's your purpose. You carry this seed, this code within yourself. When you think of tools that you can use to understand what it is, that energy that you carry within, there are, in actually every culture, we have tools that Asian people knew how to use. So for myself, because I've been interested in studying the mechanics of life for a very long time, at some point in my life I found that the celestial movements, the celestial planets, the bodies, they carry some kind of system, that they actually represent creation and life, the cycle of life. So I started studying astrology. That's a tool that I use. But there are many other tools. And I've noticed that concentrating on your purpose, on your gifts, that is what I do when I look at your Venus star point. So there's a system called Venus star point system. If you're interested in it, you can Google it. I have also a few videos about it. So basically it is about finding your inherent gifts. So it has all to do with your abilities that you carry within. That's nothing that you need to learn. It's just something that is embedded within you. And we could say that actually it has to do with the purpose. But for a few years, I've noticed that when people come to be interested in an astrology reading in general or any other type, you know, oracle cards or whatever, it's not because they just suddenly feel that, hey, what's my purpose? It is because they, in a way, hit a wall. They can't go further. They try to understand what's going on in their life. Some people, they start praying, they start meditating, and then you have all the other tools. So it's, in a way, a turning point in your life. What you do actually in an astrological reading, and specifically when you try to figure out what's the soul purpose, you get a set of symbols that symbolize your gifts, of course. So it's really straightforward, actually. And the question is always, what are you doing with that information? And I have to say, working with astrology for several years now, in my own life and with clients, I've seen that some people already know what they want to do with that information. They know where to head next. Some people, they just take in the information, but they don't know really how to go any further. At this point in my astrological work, I've been thinking about what is the actual purpose of doing those readings and trying to figure out what is our purpose, what are our gifts, if we can't go further, if we just have the information but we don't know what to do with it. The key that I found just recently is actually we are too concentrated on those gifts and purposes, but because there are those limitations, we don't see how we can actually imply those informations into our lives. So the interesting thing is that while we are searching for our purpose, we actually come to our restrictions. So just for an example, if you are someone who carries the gift of writing, for example, and expressing yourself, finding concepts that you can easily explain, let's say that is your gift, but then you feel that you are ugly, for example, you don't want to be in front of people, you think that you are worthless and you fear judgment of other people, then you will not be able to use your gifts for the greater good of all. You will just be restricted. And very often I've seen that people who have these kinds of gifts, they might actually feel that, yeah, that's something I want to do and I'm writing for myself, but I don't publish anything. Basically, the real benefit of working with whatever tool you choose to use is to know your limitations and to go through those limitations, work on those limitations to actually pave the way for your gifts to be rolled out to the world, if you want to use this kind of metaphor. In reality, really knowing about your gifts doesn't help you much. It's only the first step to understanding what are your limitations. The benefit is to have this symbolic language that actually shows you, hey, that's your gift, that's what you carry inside. And then you can compare to what is your life actually like. Do you use your gifts? Are you restricted in some way? Is there some obstacle in front of you that makes you withdrawing and withholding your gifts? I have to say that I'm very much on this journey myself now, so it's something that I am still very much learning to go beyond my limitations, because I feel I'm not able to help my clients go further because I have my own limitations that I need to work on first. So what I try to do now is to find a way to overcome restrictions, limitations of a specific kind, to be able to help my clients further. In the future, I want to go beyond just reading the chart and concentrating on purpose and gifts, but more concentrating on the limitations and obstacles and how to overcome them, because that's actually something that has been showing itself to me over and over again. When clients approach me, it's usually because of being in a way in a liminal space, not knowing where to go and how to work through those limitations. For myself, it very much has to do with overcoming the fear of being seen. That's also why I'm doing so little videos and putting too little out there of my work. And they always say that it gets easier the longer you do it, but I think I've been 5 years on YouTube or longer. Yeah, expressing myself is not easy. It doesn't get easier from my experience. So yeah, I'm still searching for some tool that helps to overcome this of all the other restrictions. Yeah, but basically, yeah, that's an observation I made, and yeah, I'm really excited to see how the future will show a way to me to actually work on this and to help other people. That would be my wish. I don't know how far I can go, and while I'm saying this, I'm already feeling like, oh no, you think too much of yourself and of the possibilities, because there's also a very strong fate-related energy in our lives, and at this point I'm really not sure how much we really have choice in our lives, because usually when people have a big breakthrough and they have overcome something, you even see it in astrology. So there is this sort of, okay, it was fate, it was fated for you to have this time where you can actually have this breakthrough. So how much of it is actually your own choice and own doing, I don't know, but I still want to hope and yeah, think positive and optimistic in regard of the future and what we can achieve despite our limitations. That's all for today. I hope you have a wonderful weekend or day of the week or whatever it is for you. I'm going to enjoy nature and see you soon at some point. Bye bye.